Good morning.
Good morning!
From a very historic place.
Yeah.
This is Anwoth Old Kirk. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
Do you recognise it? Do you recognise that over there? That is the old schoolhouse from a very famous film, The Wicker Man. Why did I do that?
I have no idea.
From 1973, the year I was born, The Wicker Man. Now, exactly where we are stood now is where, in the film, they had a maypole dance. Remember that scene?
Yeah.
He went into the school, did the officer, and he talked to the children, and he came out, and they're all doing the maypole thing here. And this is the old church where basically, a good 20% of the film was filmed here.
I should have watched it with you, because I've watched it 100 times, I just don't remember it as such.
It was only the second time I've watched it, and I think I must have fallen asleep for the last 20 minutes the first time I watched it, because I didn't recognise the end.
Yeah.
Very good. The Wicker Man.
It's a weird film.
Let's have a look around the church, if we can get in. Can't get in. Oh, we're in. So here's the Old Kirk church. What year would you say this is, Mazzy?
No idea.
Come on, have a good guess.
14th
14th?
century.
No.
No?
Although there was a church here going back that far. This is from 16... I've forgotten myself now, you've put me off me. Oh, I think it's 60... Oh, I can't remember.
It says it on the plaque.
It will say it on the plaque. It was built in 1626 and it was used for 200 years and it hasn't been used since 1826. So a lot of these gravestones are going to be very, very, very old. So a lot of the film was actually filmed inside the church here.
Was it?
It was.
What did it look like on the film?
It looked like this.
Did it?
Yeah, it hasn't changed much. They did put a few props in here, bits of wood and things. But check this out, Mazzy. How's this for a tomb?
A bit grand, isn't it?
It is very grand. Now the person who... Well, there's 3 people in there, I believe.
Is that?
All women. The lighting's not great in here, I'm afraid. That was in the film. How cool is that? That is incredible. This is the sarcophagus of the mother and 2 wives of John Gordon, who owned Cardenas Castle, where we're going next.
Oh, okay.
He owned the castle, and this is...
How come he had 2 wives?
I don't know. Maybe one of them died and he remarried.
Oh, I see, right.
I don't know. But that is incredible. That's the best skull and crossbones on a tomb I've ever seen. And as I said, that was in the film. I remember seeing it. Check out all the writing on here. So this is from the 1600s, I'd have thought. I'm quite surprised to see that some of these graves are actually 1900s. To say the church hasn't been used for 200 years. Check these 2 out. That one I can clearly see 1737 on there. I love these kind of things. Right there, look. Departed. They didn't put things just on one line, they'd just carry on to the next line, which I always found quite amusing. Lovely gravestones. I'm looking for a certain guy, but I can't find him. I think he's on a flat one. It's John Bell.
Who's John Bell?
Who's John Bell? Yeah. Poor guy got murdered.
For what?
Don't really know. I can tell you what it says on here. I've seen all words on here. It starts here. Here lies John Bell. It goes on the outside and then in the inside. Do you want me to read it to you? Here lies John Bell of Whiteside, who was he was shot to death in the parish of Tongland at the command of Greer of Lag in 1685. This monument shall tell posterity that blessed Bell of Whiteside here do lie, who at the command of bloody Lag was shot, a murder strange which should not be forgot. It goes on and on and on, calling this guy a tyrant who shot him, and the poor guy was a lovely man. Nice grave. A murdered victim, Mazzy.
There's probably hundreds of murdered victims in here. I don't understand why you've picked this guy out.
Because it's John Bell, innit? It's the John Bell. Got murdered. There's a few like this, and I've never seen this before. You've got a big one behind and a small one in front. This is a much better example. So what year's that then? 63-year-old, 1821. But there's one in front of it, 1703 to 1719. So that was there first, and for some reason someone's put one right behind it. But you've just...
might have been buried then later on, like, you know, family members.
It might have been, but they'd normally add to the gravestone. Like you can see there's plenty of room to put more writing on.
Yeah, but you don't get the guy coming here with his... the stone has to be removed for it to be done properly. And you're not going to remove these, are you?
No, you're not. You've just seen a cool one down here, haven't you?
Yeah, it's unusual.
Look at that. Another fantastic skull and cross there. And an angel above. Very nice. And an hourglass. Yeah, it's a beautiful day for it. Beautiful place. There's somebody... He might even be making a new headstone, Mazzy, in the background there. Can hear him chipping away at some stone. There's the sign on the church, and it's going on about Samuel Rutherford, and there is like a big statue to him on top of a hill, which I can't see from here. I'm hoping we'll see it from one of the other places we're going, but there's a bit of a story behind that. Quite a nice man apparently, but he was actually thrown out of Anwoth, but the people of Anwoth ended up liking him. I'll tell you the story later. So yeah, just a small church. It's the Wicker Man connection really, that's why we're here. You don't seem too impressed, Mazzy, by this one.
No, it's alright. Just wasn't impressed with your last story. There's probably hundreds of murdered victims here, and the story didn't go anywhere. I didn't get it.
Yeah, let's get out of here. I just hope we can get out of here because it's a very narrow path coming down. I wouldn't advise it in a motorhome. Now we know that, we wouldn't have done it. But we did get down, luckily. Just hope we get out. A couple of lovely houses down this lane. And it's just a single track road, and there is very, very few pull-ins, so you're probably best parking up at the castle and cycling down if you've got a bike. I think it's about 2 mile cycle.
Yeah, I don't recommend it.
Cardenas Castle. It's shut because of COVID. I knew it was going to be shut. There is actually people up there. They must have jumped over the wall, but we're not going to do that because we're polite and we're well behaved, aren't we, Mazzy?
We are, of course.
But it's got some interesting stuff about this. It's meant to be like a cursed land, right? The tale begins, some dude, the Laird of Cardenas, he was desperate for a boy to take over his lands. His wife, she had, how many did she have? Nine daughters they had.
Yeah.
And he says, if you don't give me a son, right, there's going to be trouble. So she gets a boy. She must have been so scared, she says, alright then I'll give you a boy. So she got him a boy, and they had a big celebration. So all his family and friends, even some people who weren't close friends but they knew him, you know that type?
Yeah.
Klingons, if you like. Even they turned up, and he took them all down onto the loch, nearby loch, and they all went ice skating. Right, so it was obviously in winter. The ice gave way, and they all fell in and died.
Really?
Yeah, so that's when the curse of this place began.
Began? Is there more to this?
Oh yes. There was one person who survived.
Yeah.
And it just
The
happened.
mother?
No, it just happened to be one of the daughters.
Oh, okay.
One of the daughters survived. You know, I don't know how old she was. Let's say she was 8 at the time.
Yeah.
You'd feel pretty bad, wouldn't you, knowing everyone else had died and you lived. Anyway, she went on to marry someone called McCulloch, from the lawless McCulloch clan. Right? And he ended up building a castle here, the McCullochs. But they were a nasty bunch. Yeah, these McCullochs, they were nasty. They even raided the Isle of Man once.
Okay.
Yep, they did. People on Isle of Man, they have a song about it, and they mention the McCullochs. They hate the McCullochs. Everyone hates the McCullochs, especially the Gordons. They did not get on with the Gordons at all. They really didn't. Anyway, they run out of money at one point, and Mr. McCulloch, the bad one, Godfrey, he went and he shot William Gordon, right, one of the Gordons.
Yeah.
He shot him and he got caught. That's not the end of the story, don't worry. He was taken to Edinburgh in 1697 for shooting him, and he was killed by the infamous Maiden guillotine. He was the last person, apparently, in Scotland to be killed by the Maiden. I'm guessing that's something to do with the Iron Maiden. You know the group called Iron Maiden?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm guessing the guillotine is called a Maiden.
Oh, no, don't know.
Don't know. But it said, there's one legend, right, quoted by Walter Scott, which says that Godfrey was saved from his fate by a gnome who had done a favour for many years before. Don't believe that for a second, do we? And equally as far-fetched is the rumour that Godfrey's headless body, when he got his head cut off, yeah, his headless body ran for 100 yards along the Royal Mile after the execution. It might have happened, you don't know, do you? Things were different in them days. So yeah, there's a couple of stories for you. What else have we got? There's something about a ghost, Mazzy. Would you like a ghost story?
Yeah.
Okay. Not the best ghost stories. Firstly, anyone who's owned this has gone to ruin, right? They've lost all the money, they've lost everything. But there's two ghosts. There's supposed to be a woman. She's been seen on at least 5 occasions, right, in the hall. And another story that a man was hanged in the area. Is it hung or hanged? Hanged in the area of the prison, and that his ghost also haunts the place.
Oh, okay.
So a couple of ghosts. Can you see anything?
No.
Don't know, that middle window, there's something up there, but I think it's just the pattern on the wall at the other side.
Yeah, it's just the light.
Yeah, not seeing anything. Maybe they'll be there when it's dark. So yeah, we're not going up there. A young couple have actually just come down, they've jumped the wall. But you can't get in it anyway, what's point?
Yeah.
What we have been trying to show you is a monument. It's like one of these pyramid monuments. It's up on the hill up there. We drove past, we could see it in the distance.
Yeah.
By the way, that hill, there's a Pictish settlement on there, which is very rare because you don't normally get them this far north. Anyway, getting back to my story, Samuel Rutherford, whose name we saw back at the church, yeah?
Yeah.
He was here and he got banished from Anwoth for some reason. But they liked him, so they put up a monument, right, in 1638 he died, so they put up a monument. It was struck by lightning in 1847 and it came down, so they had to rebuild it, right? And then what they wanted to do is knock his house down and use the bricks to make the new church,
Oh, okay.
right? But the masons refused. They went on strike, says no, I'm not doing that, out of respect for Mr. Rutherford, because we really liked him. They all liked him, you see.
Yeah.
So they never used the bricks from his house to build the church. Come on, let's get out of here. Next stop was going to be Gatehouse of Fleet.
Yes.
There's no here. There's loads of cars parked up the main street, but there's nothing on the main street.
I don't know what they're here for. Yeah.
I read it was something like, someone said it was the 4th most beautiful village in Scotland. It's really nothing special, I'm just not seeing anything.
No.
We're just parked inside a golf club car park and a tennis club car park.
So change your plans. We're going to go back, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going back to the campsite, we're going to get the bikes out.
Yeah.
And we're just going to go for a wander up. There's a bridge near the campsite in a woods. So we'll probably just take the bikes out, see what happens.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing kicking off in Gatehouse of Fleet, unless someone knows different, please tell us in the comments. Do you think we've missed something?
Definitely. Because I ain't seen it. I'm making an executive decision. We aren't going to be going out today.
What?
We aren't going to be going out today.
Okay. What are we
So,
doing instead then?
I don't know. We're both knackered. We've hardly spoke.
Can I go
Could
to
hardly
bed then?
move.
Can I go to bed then?
Yeah. I think we're just going to call it a day today. We're just knackered, so...
We've
Bye.
overdone this Scotland trip.
Yeah.
It's getting to us.
Yeah.
We're getting up later and later and later each morning.
going to bed later and later as well, and just
got to the point this morning we just aren't talking to each other because we're just so tired.
Knackered, yeah.
So yeah, I think a day off today. Well,
Yeah.
it's not even a day off, is it?
Well, we've worked, yeah. Just we're going to call it an afternoon.
Just relax.
Yeah, we're leaving campsite tomorrow, so it'll be a fresh start in a new fresh place, and
With an aeroplane.
oh, you should have kept that a secret.
No, we're off on a campsite with an aeroplane.
See you in the morning. Bye. Good morning.
Good morning.
What are you up to? Tell them what you're up to.
I'm getting the tripod and the phenomenal zoom camera out.
If you remember this, and we used this a lot in Ireland, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
So what does that mean?
We're at the beach, Mazzy. We're at the beach.
Yeah, we're going to go and do a little bit of bird spotting. We're going to go sit down at the sea with our cups of coffee.
Looking for sexy ladies.
And sexy men. It's not a real beach as such, but we are at the sea. You all got excited then, think you're going to see sexy men and ladies. Right, well here we go. We're just going to chill out here, have a coffee before we get on campsite.
Yes, here we are on Dune Beach. It's first
Beautiful.
beach in Scotland this year. D-H-O-O-N, if anyone wants to know how to spell it. The tide is in at the moment. I've got a feeling this sand goes quite far out normally. It's lovely and peaceful. We've got the special camera.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mazzy's taken control of that.
Yep, I'm going to do a little montage, so
Okay.
hope you enjoy.
The only bird you're going to get, I think, are seagulls, Mazzy. They're on that rock over there.
It's alright.
A boat over there, you might get him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just enjoying it here. We've got an hour before we can get on campsite, so passing a bit of time. I think there's going to be a lot of beaches this next few days because where we're going, there's really not much around apart from maybe some nice cycles.
Yeah.
We might go off in the van a bit further afield. Yeah,
The next
I don't
6
know.
days. So we've got to make the most of what we've got, babe.
Well, this is a good start, isn't it? You can come here, very good for parking.
Oh, brilliant.
You could park a lorry here.
Yeah.
Big grass, banky, fieldy bit up here. You can park up here. You can't stay overnight.
No.
But a lovely little spot. There's a camper van next to us who've just been blowing up some paddle boards.
Yeah.
Might get a shot of them as well in a minute.
Yeah, that would be cool. Whilst Dan is doing a bit of filming on the other camera, I'm going to go for a rummage on the beach. You know me, I like rummaging on the beach. There don't seem to be an awful lot here, but let's take a walk and see what we can find.
I should imagine that's quite a nice place to live. Right next to the sea. How lovely, waking up to that every morning.
Straight away, look, I've not even gone 2 metres from you, babe.
What?
And I found it down there.
What is it?
I think it's a clay pipe.
It is a... Well, is it? Yeah. A clay pipe head, how
I
fantastic.
didn't even go anywhere for it.
That could be... It could be as old as the 1700s, Mazzy.
Wow!
How amazing.
That's August. So this is where I found it. Look, honey, this might be actually the top of it. Do you think that might be?
No, no, that's wood.
Is that wood?
Yeah.
Definitely?
Definitely.
I don't know. I'm going to take that home. No. One way of testing this.
Snap it.
I'm not snapping my great find. No, one way of testing this. It's wood. It's salty at that. Okay, but it is a bit strange piece of wood, so I'm still going to take that. Give it a wash up and see what it is. It doesn't it? You know, the shape of it is quite strange. Right, let's go and see what else we can find. I'm taking these with me because I know what Dan's like now. We'll throw them away. I didn't think I was going to find anything here, if I'm honest. Right, I'll be back if I find anything.
35 minutes left till we can get on campsite.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just try this quick job, Mazzy.
Okay, yep. I didn't find nothing else, by the way.
Ivor McIvor, thank you very much. He's got us all these metal poles and things to try and do this. Can I just shut door and show them what we had originally?
Yeah.
So we had the wooden thing, we tried that, it didn't quite work out properly.
It did. In there, it did. But, yeah, the metal one will be better. Right?
So let me just play around, see if I can do something better. Not sure if this is going to work or not, so the idea is... I don't think they're level, Mazzy. You said put that there, you want it to go well down.
Yeah, but I couldn't see properly.
So we'll go through there. And through there, right?
Yeah.
Now the thing is, this... I need screwing on, really.
No.
Anyway, let's just take that out. I'll go outside. You put that through, and I'll see if I can get in.
You don't have to go outside to do that. Come back in, silly. Come back in. You don't have to go outside. Put your pole back in.
And this needs cutting down as well, because I can't get it round the chair very well there. Well, this is just all at working practice.
I try and open the door without obviously breaking things.
See what I mean? It's extra security.
Yeah.
So these are only stuck on with Velcro.
Yeah.
They don't have to be in well.
They don't have to be screwed on or anything.
No. But that will, no one's going to get in there. 3/4 inch piece of steel.
Yeah.
Hollow steel. You know, it's good for, you know, if we're in a car park or something and you don't feel safe, perfect.
Just put that on, yeah. Like I've always said with this kind of security, if they want to get in your van that desperate, they'll try another way. But this will buy you time to try and get out or do whatever, won't it?
Just need to cut that down there.
Yeah, need little
put a bit more something in there, and that needs to be on there a bit more securely. But overall, the idea is fantastic. I'm liking it. We're getting somewhere. Yeah. Thank you very much, Ivor McIvor.
Thank you, Ivor. Yeah.
Bang on. We've got some more security in his van.
Yeah. Thank you,
Not only have we got my muscles now, we've got a bar as well.
Yeah.
And an alarm. And a lock.
And you.
And me. And failing that, we've got 2 Cochise.
So Ivor has actually kindly brought us a load of this Velcro-y stuff, because my next job will be actually having to fix these. As you can see, they've only got 2 little squares on, and they're rubbish. They don't hold, do they, babe?
These whole pockets are rubbish.
Yeah, and we've got one either side of our beds as well.
We could do with some like thick, not thick, but some actual plastic perspex sewing into that.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean, yeah.
Maybe we'll look at that, yeah? Come here then. Come on then. Come on, waddle towards me. Come on. Come over here. Come for a waddle. Come on.
Probably thinks you're a crusty old bit of bread laying on the floor like that, babe.
It's a beautiful place, Mazzy, but you know what it's missing?
What?
A megalithic standing stone. You know, proper history.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, let's make one.
Let's make one.
Just pick a stone up, any stone. You pick a stone. Go on. Any stone you like.
Any, yeah.
Any stone you like, just pick a stone up.
Yeah.
Right. Lob it over there.
Yeah.
And I'll do the rest. Go for it. Just say goodbye to everyone, Mazzy.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. We'll see you all again. Bye-bye. Bye. 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 Thanks for joining. Bye-bye. We love you. Bye. Bye.